It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to have you with us on 2K Sports. Tonight, it'll be the Phoenix Suns going up against the 76ers out in Philadelphia. Taking a look at the 76ers, going up against a capable opponent, but you see their confidence. This one they really feel they should win. They'll look to come out strong and throw the first punch. And now around the halfway point, the novelty of the new season has died down, and we're still a long way from the playoffs. Shaq, how do the players maintain focus through this stretch? How do you maintain focus?
Well,
have you maintained focus?
Easy. You're a pro, Ernie. Do your job. That's your job.
There you go.
You know, and not only that, you got to be a real competitor. You got to want to compete.
Yeah, good coaching, and the veterans can help you through this because the veterans have been here before. They can kind of lead you and guide you.
Do you feel focused right now?
Not at all.
No. Do you feel focused right now?
Never.
Well, that makes three of us. Here's Kevin Harlan. He's always focused.
The city of brotherly love, home of the Liberty Bell, where the 76ers are looking to take on a Western Conference opponent. Bringing you some fun on a Monday night, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And giving us the rundown from the sideline, David Aldridge.
Well, we're about to see what the buzz around the league is all about here. Is it going to be just hype or will it be reality? We will find out here soon enough, along with the fans in this arena and the people watching at home.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. On the court for the Suns, Chris and Chandler are up front. Booker and Warren on the perimeter. And it's Peyton in at the point guard. And the shot goes in from Embiid. Clark, good rebounding teams tonight. What makes these teams so strong, so reliable on the glass?
Well, initially it starts with good, solid defense because you're in better rebounding position when your defense isn't spread out and rotating. And then you locate players, box them out, master those basic fundamentals. And then the other thing is you pursue the ball. I mean, when it comes down to it, rebounding is about positioning and going after the ball.
Here's Fultz, following the basket by T.J. Warren. Out to Saric. And the jumper is good.
You know what? Sometimes something good can come out of a bad possession.
And so here's Phoenix. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with Boston.
You know, a poor shooting night. I just got the sense they didn't work hard enough to get good looks.
Well, the effort plainly was not there. I mean, they often settled for tougher, lower percentage shots, and that makes it hard to win.
Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Earl Watson.
Thanks, Kevin. He said, look, all they talked about before this game was defense. Going up against one of the best offensive teams in the league, he said, it's a challenge that we embrace. Nobody can do it by themselves. It's got to be a collective effort. No hero ball on offense either. Guys, we'll see if they can put the brakes on them. It's never easy. Back to you.
Thanks as always, David. Well, they know what their toughest job is going to be today.
Yeah, Kevin, it's always hard to go up against a team that can light it up like this. You can't let them hit the ground running.
Exactly. I mean, they've got to be the ones dictating the tempo and the pace. Keep the high-octane offense on the other side in check.
And here we go. Sharich, the fast break chance. Yep, that one goes in there.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Payton attacking. Count it. Payton's got his first 2 points of the night.
Hey, when it comes to taking the ball to the basket, Payton is lethal. His speed combined with his length make him incredibly difficult to stop.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
It was very close, and I wouldn't mind letting them play on that one. It wasn't blatant by any means.
Now here's Chandler. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Celtics in Boston.
And if you look at his free throw numbers, you can see what kind of pressure he put on the defense. He was in attack mode all night long.
Tremendous court awareness by Payton.
It was beautiful the first time, but Under Armour showing us the replay of that tremendous alley-oop again. Another unleash chaos moment. Volts kicks to Redick. He dishes it to Simmons. Embiid is at the elbow. Over Chris. Embiid, no good.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Payton kicks to Booker. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
Well, it's surprising that he plunked that one. I mean, especially since the defense was nowhere to be found.
Over to the left wing. In a wide open look for Simmons. Tries again, and Embiid lays it in. Embiid's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And this is what you get with Embiid. A real scrapper, even though he's a big, skilled, talented guy. He's an energy guy as well.
Now here's Payton. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Simmons pulls it in. The 76ers leading by 4. Over Warren. Here's Redick. It's deflected. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here. Sharich passes to Simmons. Just 5 to shoot. And he's fouled on the shot. One free throw coming up.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
And those putback baskets contributing to their lead, Greg.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the 76ers.
Early on, guys, excellent work on the boards here. I mean, you got to like those second chance points they're getting.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight. And that also builds confidence and gives you momentum. And Ben Simmons, who was the first pick in 2016 out of LSU, probably the most heralded player to come out of that school since the great Shaquille O'Neal. And I tell you what, Simmons has drawn some comparisons to some other greats, most notably LeBron James and Magic Johnson.
Now here's Payton. Phoenix, no good that time either. Redick against Booker. Simmons dishes to Embiid. Takes the 13-footer. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got his first points of the night. And Greg, the Sixers want to ease him into it, but they see Ben Simmons not just as a point forward, but a point guard as well.
And he's got all the ability. Think about this. The Sixers haven't had a player 6'10 or taller average over 3 assists since Wilt Chamberlain back in 1967. The second they drafted Simmons, you knew that would change.
Here's Booker after Ben Simmons' bucket. And Booker kicks to Payton. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
Well, I think the postgame of Payton catches defenders off guard. I mean, he's got a lot of moves down there.
Volts kicks to Simmons. Out of bounds. Phoenix takes possession. Just a moment to look back at how things were last season for this team as we look at the shot breakdown for Philadelphia.
And no doubt they relied upon that three-point shot to provide a big chunk of their scoring. That's been a trend in the modern NBA, and they took that philosophy and ran with it.
Suns trail by 5. Payton with the ball. Chandler outside. Booker right side. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. And more, it's looking like Devin Booker, the 13th pick in the 2015 draft, is going to be one of the biggest steals of that draft class.
And he's one that all GMs are looking at, and they wish they could have a redo. I mean, Booker was very young when he entered the draft, and some teams maybe shied away from that. But clearly he's shown that he could be one of the best players in that class.
Free throw good, Booker.
And up and down this Suns roster, there is a ton of youth. One of the younger teams in our league last season, and that was weighted with Tyson Chandler's age. A lot of young players looking to make their mark here in the NBA.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Amir Johnson's checked in for Embiid. Trevor Booker comes in for Saric. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Fultz. And last season, the Suns broke their franchise record for the youngest starting 5 the team has ever put on the court on multiple occasions.
Yeah, and with those young lineups, you can see the benefits, but also the concerns. I mean, they got a lot of extended looks at young players, and this team figures to have a bright future. But let's face it, there were some inconsistent stretches because of that youth. It's always difficult for a young group to learn how to become efficient and effective in the half court.
Now here's McConnell outside. Redick, top of the key. Booker. Johnson sets the screen for Booker. Now here's McConnell, covered by Payton. Again the miss by Booker. Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys, and they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Booker. Another one falls for Phoenix.
It's been a very efficient first quarter for him. He's creating good opportunities and converting those that he creates.
McConnell kicks to Simmons. Back to McConnell. Can they get it? Here's Johnson. The 76ers again can't hit it.
That's a good shot. Even though it couldn't find the bottom of the bucket, I like the shot quality.
Warren kicks to Payton. Back to Warren. Johnson with the block.
Excellent defensive commitment that time from Johnson. He's always there and present.
Outside, Simmons. Redick for 3. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from 3.
Here's Williams. That one doesn't drop. And Philadelphia the other way now. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And how about the defensive adjustments in that one? Their communication was brilliant all night.
Yeah, I agree. And communication is effort, and effort is communication. Very talkative out there, yelling out screens, giving each other help. Boy, that was a terrific all-around effort.
Now Payton after J.J. Redick's three-pointer that didn't go. Payton outside. Over McConnell. Payton's shot is off. The 76ers leading. McConnell kicks to Simmons. Payton with some nice D.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Philadelphia shooting 42% to begin this game. Here's McConnell. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Here's Simmons, got a piece of it, and he's able to get it back. The drive by Booker. Rebound by the Suns.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it. And how about the excellent court vision, just keeping the defense off balance?
Yeah, that was a sweet pass right there, setting up his teammate nicely, and that's really how you move the rock. Share that sugar, man. Share it.
Now here's Johnson. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Back to Redick. Launches it. He can't hit that time. And Phoenix the other way now. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of the 76ers this year.
Yeah, faced off twice last season, and it was a split between the two teams.
Well, you know, both of these teams know and understand when they face off, it's a very winnable game for either one of them.
Anderson, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Bayless comes in for J.J. Redick. And the Suns here with a different look. Bender, he's checked in for Marquise Chris. Jackson comes in for T.J. Warren. Daniels, he's checked in for Booker. And Knight subbed in for Payton. Daniels kicks to Knight. And a miss there on the triple. The 76ers trail by 4. Here's Anderson. Kept alive.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. It looked like he forced the shot.
Now here's Bayless. D right on him. Here's Booker. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And Trevor Booker last season with the best rebounding numbers of his career.
Well, you know, Kevin, that can happen when you play alongside Brook Lopez because he's a good box-out guy, but more than that, he's 7 feet tall and about 270 pounds and takes up a lot of space. Now that Lopez is gone, we'll see how Booker's rebounding numbers respond.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
That one is off.
And Trevor Booker is generously listed at 6'8". We call that a program height. But he is a quick leaper, so he plays bigger than he is. You let him get in close, and he'll punch that ticket on you.
And he sinks the second. Clarkin, as good as Booker is around the rim, he's looking to stretch his range out beyond the arc.
And that's a wise move for him as a player. Expand your range because you've shown you can make that shot, and I think that just makes him more valuable on offense.
Yeah, they got that one, but early on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive backboard.
And because it's still early, I wouldn't read too much into it. There's still a lot of game left.
And stolen by Knight. Pass to Daniels. Johnson with the block. The 76ers trail by 3. Booker is screen on Knight. McConnell kicks to Booker. Good. And McConnell gets the assist.
This is exactly what Booker does. Overpowers the opponent. He has no fear when he's inside like that.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Jackson a screen on Anderson. Here's Daniels. And the officials call over the back. A little too aggressive there.
Yeah, a little too physical on that play. Tries to climb over the top of him and gets whistled for it.
That was an elementary call for them to make there. I mean, once he knocked him off balance from behind, that was a no-brainer.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That one drops. He ties it up.
And, you know, I think veteran leadership traits that Bayless exudes, really the reason he's so highly revered around the league. Somebody that this team looks to both on and off the court.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him.
Well, I tell you what, like how cool and collected he was getting the job done at the line in this one.
There's a screen by Williams. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. Seven seconds left here in the first quarter. Back to Anderson, over Jackson. He got it up that time, but it wouldn't fall for him.
And, you know, Jackson has the talent, I think, to be an elite defender. Size, speed, and reach really annoy shooters.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. 76ers lead by 1. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And let's hear from Tyson Chandler. He talked about what he brings to this team.
I do a lot that doesn't show up on the stat sheet. That's what I pride myself on. You know, some nights you're not going to get the ball, but you still can be effective on the floor. Whether that's rebounding, playing defense, hustling, trying to create extra shots for your team. Whatever it is necessary that I feel like help my team get a win.
Chandler has long been the kind of player all coaches want on their team. He's the definition, Greg, of an unselfish player who doesn't care about his ego or his stats.
And he knows that and prides himself on it. That also makes him the kind of player his teammates appreciate so much because they know nobody wins any rings without a guy like Tyson Chandler on the team.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And guys, what's your take so far on Philadelphia?
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
And you know what, Greg? It looks like they have an advantage there. I mean, I liked how they've made an effort, really a concentrated effort, to hit that glass.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. Allen Williams out there with Bender. Then there's Brandon Knight, and there's Jackson, and it's Daniels in at the shooting guard position. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
And T.J. McConnell, undrafted out of Arizona, but he caught on with the Sixers, and I tell you what, made an immediate impact. Standing at about 6'2" and just over 200 pounds, he brings that physicality at the defensive end of the floor.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. And Greg, you were a defensive-minded guard. Do you see any similarities to what McConnell brings to the table?
You know, I love his toughness. He's got quick feet, a strong lower base, and, you know, he gets into you, and he racks up his fair share of steals because of it.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Johnson. And Dario Saric subbed in for Booker. The Suns trailing. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Outside Knight, Chandler a screen. Knight passes to Daniels. That's good. The assist that time from Knight. And the Suns lead by 2. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
Now here's Bayless. 11 points for him in that last game against Detroit.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
Jackson misses.
And low percentage look on that one. Not sure what he was thinking.
I agree with you. Not a good shot, not good offense. They can get a much better look than that, but they're going to need to be patient to do so. Well, you know, you talk about an NBA body. Justin Anderson, 6'6", about 230 pounds. As I recall, he posted a 43-inch vertical in the NBA Combine. That's elite strength and athleticism.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. Clark, you know, it's interesting. The league is going towards small ball, but there's a demand for strong physical wings, and Justin Anderson certainly fits the bill.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly there. As more power forwards stray and navigate to the perimeter, you want guys who can defend shooting guard through power forward, and Anderson has the body strength and quickness to do that.
Clark, you played with so many players throughout your terrific career. What was the one trait that you found made a player easy to play with on the floor?
Well, I think it starts with skill and ability, and everybody has that in the NBA. But attitude and demeanor, unselfishness is kind of where I'm headed there. A desire to do what's needed and to recognize strengths and weaknesses. And then the other piece was this personality, a real joy in playing the game. And those things, to me, always lent themselves to being a good teammate.
And it's the Suns with the ball. 76ers getting the bucket. Daniels dishes to Chandler. Now Knight. 14 points from him the last game against Boston. A picture-perfect screenplay, and the jumper's good. Knight's got the game tied up here for the Suns. And here's Fultz. He's coming off a 10-point game against Detroit. Bayless, and there's the call on Joel Embiid. That's his first foul. Phoenix has gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Chandler kicks to Knight. Floats one up. Saric grabs the board. Saric has got his 3rd rebound tonight. Fultz the pass to Bayless. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Bayless has got 6.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Jackson, a screen on Anderson. Here's Knight, and Embiid with the block.
Solid read from Embiid there. Terrific at anticipating when that shot is coming.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. There's the feed to Fultz. He kicks it to Embiid over Chandler. That one wide left.
And, you know, even with him struggling, they're still up. But they need him to find his rhythm soon.
7-foot shot. Again, the miss by Knight.
Not a lot going his way. Everything he's shooting is just off the mark. I mean, somehow he's got to figure out a way to turn it around.
Phoenix has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. And the Suns miss again.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Anderson dishes to Saric. Here's Embiid. No good with the layup.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
Knight kicks to Daniels. Chandler a screen. Back to Knight. There's the pick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Embiid with the block. And he gets it back. And they're able to recover. Chandler's shot good.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Yeah, those are back crushers. I mean, they really crack your back when you give teams second shots like that.
Embiid against Chandler. Out to Saric. From deep. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Here's Daniels. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Used the screen and took it all the way.
And did you see the screen that was set for him? I mean, that was how he got to the hoop.
It was the classic screenplay. It won't show up in the box score, but that screen deserves an assist.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, that took the defender right out of the play.
And the shot goes in.
Oh, it's great to see Bayless mixing it up in the post. I mean, when he's scoring in the paint, it's got to be devastating to the defense.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Jared Bayless. That's his first foul. J.J. Redick's checked in for Jared Bayless. And for the Suns, Chris, he's checked in for Chandler. Warren comes in for Jackson. And it's Booker in for Knight. Booker outside. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got 6 rebounds in the game.
And since 2016, a new front office has taken over in Philadelphia. The new team motto, process to progress. They're looking to turn the corner here.
Leaving the rest of the field in the dust.
Well, I think the defense flat out gave up. I mean, didn't even try to get back into the picture on that fast break finish.
Redick. Rebound by the Suns. Warren's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And the previous Sixers front office distinguished by their patience in rebuilding and, acquiring draft picks. That was the way they were going to build that team. Clark, do you think the Sixers will continue to show that patient approach?
Well, I think they're going to blend it. They're ready to push their chips in and try to win some games now. They want to be a playoff team as soon as possible. You can't continue to lose forever. They want to start winning, and they're on their way.
They get it back. And Anderson kicks to Redick. Here's Embiid. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
You got to love watching Embiid play the game because he has such great passion and really a drive to be great.
And for Joel Embiid, some real tough times to start his NBA career. Greg sidelined, as we know, for the first 2 seasons with injuries. And just when he got going in season 3, he was dealt a knee injury.
Yeah, it has not been easy. And remember, Joel Embiid is so competitive. He came to the game late, but fell for it hard. And this is what he lives for, to be out on the court helping his team compete.
The free throw drops for Embiid.
Well, you know what this Suns team wants to do when they go up against you? They are looking to get out in the open floor and get easy baskets off transition. One of the best teams in the league when it comes to capitalizing on the break.
Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Philadelphia. Ben Simmons comes in for Justin Anderson. He hits both from the stripe. And in general, this Suns team looks to push the tempo, Greg, and play at a very high pace whenever they can.
If you look over the history of the franchise, they've always been at their best when they've played that style. The Suns and that running gun mentality just seem to go hand in hand. And I think also it happens to work well with the athletes that are presently on this roster.
It's a constant refrain when you're talking about Elfrid Payton. He's got to improve his outside shot. Defenders are going to continue to dare him to shoot it when he's on the perimeter, and he's got to improve that part of his game.
Amir Johnson's checked in for the 76ers. And that one misses. And shooting has been the knock on Payton since college. His struggles from the arc and the free throw line well documented.
Exactly, Kevin, but some signs of progress on the horizon in 2016-17, a career best field goal percentage and free throw percentage, and shot much better from mid-range, because we know if he gets this piece of his game in order, he already is doing the rest of the stuff.
And finished off by Fultz.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
Here's Payton after the Sixers pick up 2. Pick by Williams. Payton kicks to Booker. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Johnson outside. Feeds it to Fultz. Simmons on the wing. He's covered by Warren. Shot clock at 5. He gets it in there. And it's a 5-point 76ers lead.
You know, Fultz handles contact really well for a young player. Excellent at staying under control and then finishing through the contact.
Williams a screen. Payton kicks to Booker. Fires it up. Again, the miss by Booker.
Seems like he's in a hurry. He's kind of rushing his shot. Clearly out of rhythm right now. That's a big reason why they're losing.
Takes it from 10. And the shot by Warren, no good. The 76ers leading by 5. Simmons passes to Fultz. Over Payton. They get it back. Simmons dishes to Booker. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists now in this one.
Just a tremendous feel for the game. Simmons is so gifted at reading the floor.
And now here's Chris. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Here's Payton. Count that as his 4th basket of the night. Just 7 shots to get there.
He got off to a slow start. It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but he's turned it on here in the second.
Pass to Fultz. Johnson outside. For 3, Booker. It's hauled in by the Suns. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Phoenix shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
And Kevin, it's something they've been working very hard to correct and to change. I mean, they know how important it is to fix that inability at the free throw line.
Free throw no good for Williams. Clark, when you were playing, what was your game day routine like?
Well, it was simple. I didn't complicate things, Kevin. I tried to get a good meal, was just beginning to learn how to eat properly and best for my body. And then I would always try to get an hour to 2-hour pregame nap. That goes all the way back to high school. I enjoyed just getting off my feet. Sometimes I would fall asleep completely. Other times I would just kind of drift into a light sleep. But just having that routine of resting before games was part of how I got ready to try to serve the other guys up.
Tries to save it. Simmons left side. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
Right now, Simmons is a question with no answer. A tenacious scorer who finishes with muscle through contact.
And Ben Simmons putting on over 30 pounds of muscle going into his rookie season. Do you think there was any connection between that extra weight and the broken bone he suffered in his foot?
I could certainly understand why people might speculate that, but I'm not going to go there. Clearly, strength is more important than additional weight. And those kinds of injuries do tend to show up because of overuse, though, Kevin. Well, there is a saying now that is pretty accurate. You either sell success or you sell hope. And the process in Philadelphia may have been hard to watch, but it did give their fans hope for a better day.
Now here's Williams. Just 5 to shoot. The Suns need to get a shot off. A 3 from Warren. Booker pulls it in.
And just not able to find the target from three-point range here in the second quarter, although he did knock down one in the first.
Booker. A rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And through all the losing, the fans in Philly have been pretty supportive of the Sixers' goals to draft star talent.
Yeah, and you know what? Thousands of fans coming out to watch the draft lottery is an indication of how optimistic and behind the Sixers these fans are. I mean, trust the process has been their rallying cry.
And not his quarter, scoring-wise, just 1 of 7 from the field.
Outside, Redick. Dishes it to Simmons. Shoots over Warren. Phoenix grabs the miss. Chris has got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Here's Booker, and the dunk by Booker.
And guys, right now, the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Philadelphia ahead, up by 4. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Elfrid, how big is defense going to be in the second half to help you get this win?
It's going to be big. That's what it's going to come down to. Defense wins games.
It certainly does, Elfrid. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks, welcome back. Ernie Johnson alongside the Jet. That's Kenny Smith. The Diesel, that's Shaquille O'Neal. A lot of big-time action so far in this one. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. They were able to squeeze ahead by the end of the period with just a 1-point lead. They had a slight edge on the scoreboard in the second quarter, but only by the slimmest of margins. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, one place they had the edge was on the offensive boards. They converted those extra possessions into points. Nothing is more demoralizing to a defense than forcing a miss and then giving up a second attempt. The offensive glass is going to pay big dividends for them.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Phoenix?
I think they let the game come to them, but they haven't got to the foul line enough, Ernie. That's an area where they're getting beat. I like to see them press to action a little bit more.
And that will wrap up our halftime report, as it's just about time for the start of the second half.
Welcome back, folks. A glorious view of the lights of downtown Philadelphia, America's most historic city. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. You gotta like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter where he is on the floor either, Greg. He's making it look very easy. He's looking to score the ball.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Redick and Simmons are the 2 and the 3. Embiid is out there with Saric. And it's Fultz in at the point. And that's the group for Brett Brown as we begin the second half. And here's Booker from the arc. That's in, coming off an assist from Peyton. Peyton's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Man, I like how Peyton runs things. I mean, his passing first mentality is exactly what you want from your point guard.
Now here's Saric. Out to the wing. Fultz kicks to Embiid. Chandler with the block. Simmons against Warren. Chandler a screen. Booker against Redick. And the shot no good, a bit short.
No excuses, no explanations. I mean, got to sink that J from mid-range. Defense wasn't even paying attention to him. Come on, man.
And a good example there of why it's important to change ends quickly.
Vitally important. I mean, if you relax for a second, you're cooked. You're toast. They learned that lesson there.
They've been doing a great job of sharing the ball.
And guys, shot A comes to mind for me because right now that offense, it's a smooth operation.
Phoenix has gone 2 of 2 from long range in the third quarter so far. Peyton with the ball, now guarded by Fultz. Peyton outside. He feeds it to Warren. Here's a screen by Chris, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Embiid with the steal, and Embiid with a clear path to the hoop, and Embiid throws it down.
Really like the quick decision-making of Fultz there, Kevin. Excellent at surveying the floor for the open teammate.
The Suns have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Chandler is screen for 3. Booker, and Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. A 3 from Simmons. Phoenix grabs the miss. Chandler's got 4 rebounds now tonight, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Jared Bayless is checked in for the 76ers. And the Suns also making a change. Knight's checked in. Now, here is Knight. Chandler, the pass to Warren. From 12 feet out. And again, it's the Suns missing.
And as he squares up for mid-range, the defender right in his face.
Yeah, I like the fact, Greg, that he crowded the shooter there, made him uncomfortable, got into his airspace a bit. It looked like he forced the shot.
Booker with it. Bayless covering. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That will be foul number 5 on him. And Philadelphia making a change here. Anderson's checked in. Phoenix also making some changes. Bender, he's checked in for Marquise Chris. Jackson comes in for Warren. And it's Troy Daniels in for Booker. Now here's Chandler. And the rejection by Embiid. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Troy Daniels. That is his first foul of the game.
It's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
And Philadelphia making a change here. McConnell's checked in.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Suns trail by 4. Knight with it. Now the pass to Daniels. Just 4 to shoot. Shoots. Can't hit that one. Now the 76ers take it the other way. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Stolen by Bender. Tries to snap the cold streak. That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Daniels.
And defensively, you have got to extend to their shooters. They have been on fire this half.
Well, the D just hasn't been there for real. I mean, these shooters are getting any perimeter shot they want. It's a bunch of warm-up jump shots out there.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Knight for 3. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
Tries again. The kick out to Anderson. Offline with his 3. Suns trail by 3. And there's the foul. It'll go on Jared Bayless. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the stripe.
On defense, Philadelphia. There's Jackson with the 3. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. And here's the shot chart as we see how things are going for Knight.
And these sorts of nights can happen. I mean, an extremely rough outing from him in terms of his efficiency. And at this point, the only thing you can hope for is to try to get into some sort of rhythm. Get a couple in a row, try to get to the free throw line, and build some confidence.
Here's McConnell. Now the dish to Embiid. Anderson against Jackson. Anderson can't get that one to fall.
Boy, he has been cold for a while now.
Yeah, he has been, and he's got to find his stroke because he's holding back his team as a result of his poor shooting. Brandon Knight certainly can pass the orange.
And so here is Philadelphia. The Suns getting the bucket. Here's Bayless, and the shot is long. Phoenix has gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Greg, you look at Brandon Knight, and you figure that he would be perfect in the role of a 6th man off the bench.
You know, I think you hit it right on the head. I think he does fit that mold because of the ability to play both guard positions and also as a score facilitator. It's just never easy to learn the nuance of that role right off the bat. Adjusting to it is one reason I think he struggled so much last year.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Phoenix.
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
The first free throw is good. And Clark, just how important to a team is it to have a veteran presence on it? Like, how did the vets on the Pacers help you when you were a rookie or young player in the league?
You know what? I think it's invaluable, Kevin. I was a 21-year-old rookie. I left after my junior year at Ohio State. And veteran players, Herb Williams, had been there a year or two. Guys like Billy Knight and George Johnson, Butch Carter were around. And having those guys talk about what it takes, and we were a very young team and had young veterans, but still they were invaluable in terms of giving you an example of how to go about your business to be successful as a pro.
And I bet you'll never see too many guys who can put forth an effort on the boards like this one.
Yeah, as a former outstanding rebounder myself, I can certainly appreciate what this guy is doing. An extraordinary combination of talent and desire is what allows him to do what he's done today. Great performance.
Here's Daniels. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go, and it's good for 2.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Now here's Bayless. 10 points for him. Embiid the screen. Lobbed up there for Embiid. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. For the finish, and the dunk by Jackson.
Yeah, good quick thinking that time from Jackson. Always on the lookout for steals.
Here's McConnell. Pass to Šarić. Back to McConnell. Clock at 6. The shot by Šarić, no good. The Suns leading. Outside Jackson. Knight in the corner. Lets a floater go. He lays it in. Knight's got 6 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here.
And not surprising, obviously unhappy with the lack of response from his team.
Can't blame him. I mean, the effort hasn't been there. Just has not been there. Hopefully, he can get the fire lit.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Johnson comes in for Embiid, and it's Trevor Booker in for Šarić. Alan Williams, he's checked in for Phoenix. Now here's Booker. He has 5, and the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
Yeah, good box out. Keeps him shielded off and then draws the over-the-back call.
Discretion would have been the better part of valor there. That rebound you just got to let go instead of picking up the foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. And for the Sixers this summer, all the talk was whether they'd get the Lakers pick if it fell outside the top 3. They end up swapping picks with the Kings, who jump into the top 3.
Yeah, and the Kings ended up, Kevin, getting the Sixers pick at number 5. Still a jump from the 8th spot in the draft order, so not all bad for them. That goes back to 2015 when the Kings made a trade to clear cap space for Rajon Rondo. The D was all over him. They just couldn't react in time to stop that quick reverse.
The Suns have gone 8 of 16 in the third quarter to put their second half shooting percentage right at 50%. Jackson setting the pick here for Knight. And the basket is good. Knight's got the lead back up to 4 now for the Suns.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high percentage looks from inside.
And even under pressure in close, I think they've still done a good job maintaining concentration and converting the opportunities.
Here's Jackson, and 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And there's the foul against Philadelphia.
Man, I love this kid's motor. Josh Jackson works hard all the time, but especially in the paint. Really gets after it and able to draw the foul.
First trip to the line for him here.
And of course, we'd all like to see his percentage at the line improve, but he just does not have the touch right now. He's in the 60s.
Guys, I think free throw shooting, and Steve, you can speak to this, is all about rhythm and confidence, and he hasn't been able to establish any rhythm there this season.
And the first one at the line is good.
And one of the things that stands out about Josh Jackson out of Kansas, his playmaking ability at that forward position. For a guy 6'8", you can put the ball in his hands and let him create offense for you, much like a Draymond Green.
Booker, he's checked in for Phoenix. Payton comes in for Knight. And so Jackson nails both of them. And Josh Jackson, Greg, out of Kansas, able to step into that point forward role well.
In today's game, you can't have too many playmakers on the court at one time. Josh Jackson is Draymond Green 2.0. You know, a little bit better athlete, can be a difference maker defensively, but also has that high IQ on the offensive side to make everybody better.
That's good from McConnell. And Brett Brown, such a great fit in Philadelphia. He loves the town, loves the game, loves to coach. He says about the town, Clark, it reminds him of his hometown.
Well, that's nice to hear because he does embody a lot of the grit that you come to know and expect from Philadelphians. I mean, it reminds him of where he's from. He's faced the media through tough times. He's always candid and forthright. And he's coaching with a long lens, as he put it, building towards something great. And, man, I tell you, that passion and enthusiasm just oozes out of him, which is pretty cool to see.
Now, here's Warren. The putback. Booker pulls it in. Booker's got 6 rebounds here tonight. It's Anderson with the drive. And there's the foul. It'll go on T.J. McConnell. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And the Suns making a change here. Chris is checked in. Phoenix is gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Now Payton. He's got 8. There's a screen by Chris. Payton dishes to Booker. From the stripe. Booker pulls it in.
And the defense that time was late. And you got to feel fortunate he didn't put that one away.
And here is Payton. They set the pick. Booker outside. Lets the 3 fly. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. 19 points for Devin Booker.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Greg, no question about it. They found a nice rhythm from deep.
And the 76ers call time here. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here. and they have to get recharged.
It's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Anderson. Reddick comes in for Jared Bayless. And it's Fultz in for T.J. McConnell. Now here's Fultz. He's got 6. A 3 from Simmons. Rebound by Williams. Williams has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. And Booker kicks to Payton. Pass to Chris. 6 on the shot clock. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Two shots.
That one is off. And the second free throw, good. The 76ers trail by 4. To the inside, and stolen by Chris. Fast break, here come the Suns. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got 21 in the game.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Fultz, no good. Phoenix leading by 6. Warren with the ball. Now guarded by Simmons. Booker with no one around. Another 3 for Phoenix.
And you can see he's found his rhythm here in the third quarter. You can just sense the uptick in confidence. Everything he puts up from long range seems to be going.
Kicks it to Reddick. Shot to stop the run. 76ers with a fresh shot clock. Fires the 3. Good. A nice assist from Booker. And that's now 9 points for J.J. Reddick.
Excellent confidence from Reddick. Really good. I mean, taking his time, his form, textbook.
Payton against Booker. Now here's Payton. He's guarded closely. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Booker's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Simmons passes to Fultz. He dishes it to Reddick. Booker in the corner. The 3. No good on that one. And so it's the Phoenix Suns with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. And we'll be back with you shortly. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. The 76ers trail by 6. And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Warren is the 3 while Chris plays the 4. Booker out there with Payton. And it's Williams at the center locking down the middle. Simmons dishes to Booker. The good-looking shot from the wing. Booker's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the 76ers. Booker against Reddick. Williams kicks to Payton. 5 on the clock, and it's Chris in the corner. They get it again. Williams, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Suns lead by 6.
Boy, I like seeing that toughness on the offensive glass. Did a nice job judging, anticipating where the miss was going, and then putting it back in. Nicely done.
Now here's Fultz. The feed to Johnson. He kicks to Fultz. Taken away by Williams. And Chris throws it down.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
And here are the 76ers now. The Suns getting the bucket. That's in, and the Suns lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Fultz. There's a screen by Chris. Payton kicks to Warren. Back to Payton. There's a screen by Chris. Payton attacking, and it's blocked.
Boy, you cannot forget about the long reach and wingspan of Simmons. I mean, he uses it exceptionally well on defense to come away with block shots.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
That's good from Simmons.
And the Australian Simmons is a star in the making thanks to his extremely versatile and high-level skill set and big frame.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Saric in for Trevor Booker. And a change for the Suns. Tyson Chandler, he's checked in for Allen Williams. Both shots good from the stripe. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Payton passes to Warren. They set the pick. Chandler kicks to Chris. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Shoots from 12. That's good from Chandler on the assist by Booker. And the Suns lead by 5. And for the 76ers, they're shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. And that's 11 points for J.J. Redick.
Like seeing Redick work the screen there. Very effective at finding the room he needs to get his shot up.
No good from Booker.
And you know what? You can't get a better screen. Frees him up beautifully, but he just fails to capitalize.
Clearly a frustrating missed opportunity there. Perfect screen, got him the space he needed, but he bricked it.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
He misses the free throw. And you see Markelle Fultz and how he plays. Wasn't as hyped coming into college, but he changed that tune after one season.
And in that final year, Fultz grew a full 3 inches. I think that helped move him into the elite prospect range. At 6'5", with that 6'10" wingspan, he has the special size that you look for, and really was the lone bright spot on an otherwise underachieving college team. And rarely do you see a team trade out of the first overall pick, but that's exactly what the Celtics did with Fultz. Sixers jumped on the chance to move up, and Fultz matched exactly what they wanted to add to this team.
He used that pick just right. Chris has got 5 points now this quarter.
How about these big shots for him in the fourth? He has been locked and loaded offensively.
Fultz dishes to Simmons. Feeds to Fultz. Saric up top. Outside for Simmons. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. And you know, Greg, for the trade, it wasn't so much a critique of Fultz.
You know, Boston had a playmaker already, and they might not have taken Fultz if they stayed in the #1 spot. And listen, the Sixers were in desperate need of a lead guard, and they got a franchise caliber one in Fultz.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Here's Payton, and sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
You know, even when Payton takes tough shots against good defense, you feel comfortable with it because he's so good at making shots through contact. And Elfrid Payton was drafted 10th back in 2014, played 3 years at Louisiana Lafayette. Very young for a junior in terms of his age. The story goes that he started kindergarten when he was only 3 years old. Man, that kid got an early start on schoolwork, and he looks like a really smart player, too.
That's good from Payton. And Elfrid Payton with one of the most unique hairstyles, Clark, that you will see in the league.
Yeah, and there's a story behind that hairstyle, Kevin. I mean, his high school team in Louisiana made a vow not to cut their hair until they won the state championship.
You can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. His confidence just soars when he slams it down like that.
Suns leading by 6. Payton kicks to Booker. Passes it to Chris. Shot clock at 6. The shot, no good. And the 76ers go the other way with it.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Yeah, you know, they're hustling and giving a good effort, that's for sure. But unfortunately, the execution has been lacking.
Embiid, no good. Chandler with the defensive effort. Booker the pass to Payton. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline.
T.J. McConnell, he's checked in for Fultz.
Yeah, and luckily they've got terrific depth at that position. If there's one spot on the floor where they can afford to lose somebody, that would probably be it.
A nice shot by Booker.
Can't give up these looks. I mean, the defense has to be more aggressive guarding the perimeter.
Embiid the screen. McConnell kicks to Embiid. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. 14 points for Joel Embiid.
And Embiid is H-E efficient. That's super efficient, folks. When he gets cooking, the defense knows they're in for a long night.
Over to the wing. Jackson setting the pick here for Payton. Over McConnell. Jackson has the open look. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Simmons dishes to Embiid. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. It's on Elfrid Payton.
Man, I tell you what, I love how Embiid doesn't shy away from contact. He's skilled at finding ways to get to that foul line.
And Joel Embiid, from the time he started playing basketball in Cameroon through the University of Kansas, Clark, he began patterning his game after Hakeem Olajuwon.
Well, it sounds like he's a visual learner because he got a DVD of Hakeem and said he watched it almost daily. Their stories are similar. Both started playing hoops relatively late. Both are from Africa. And you watch the gracefulness of Embiid's moves inside. Easy to see the influence of Olajuwon.
The free throw drops for Embiid. He makes 1 of 2 that time. Suns leading by 6. Booker with it. Outside Jackson. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Booker's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
You're exactly right. I mean, those come back to bite you every time, just like it's biting them now.
McConnell passes to Reddick. Over Booker. A second chance effort. Yep, it goes in, and the Suns' lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Saric.
Really active down there, imposing his will and force and seeing his efforts pay off.
Embiid comes with a double team. Tipped away. It's stolen by Saric. Simmons with it. Now guarded by Booker. Great open look there. And now it's just a 4-point Suns lead.
And with that three, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Dishes it to Payton. Here's a screen by Chris. Floats one, and Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 15 rebounds here tonight. Takes the 13-footer. Second shot opportunity. And stolen by Booker. And up the court come the Suns on the break. And he finished it off with a lay-in. Booker's got 29.
And showing a good nose for the ball there. Picks it clean, and he's off to the races.
Well, excellent defensive instincts. I mean, he knows exactly when to strike on this end.
Chandler with the steal. Fast break, here come the Suns. No good from Booker. The 76ers trail by 6. And Simmons kicks to McConnell. Embiid the screen. Outside, Reddick. He feeds it to Simmons. And Jackson with the block.
You know, one of the things Jackson is well known for is his defense. I mean, he's athletic, he's got good timing, and he really relishes playing defense. And his length is actually very helpful as well.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Here's McConnell. Chris with the rebound. Suns leading by 8. Outside Jackson. Reddick against Booker. Here's a screen by Chris. Booker the pass to Chris. From outside off the mark. Philadelphia's gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. McConnell kicks to Embiid. In the corner, Simmons with it. Basket is good, and he'll get a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Hey, really, you don't have any more options when Simmons is that close to the cup. I mean, this guy is just too smart.
Jared Bayless has checked in for T.J. McConnell. Phoenix has gotten 3 of their 6 three-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Payton dishes to Booker. The pass to Chris. And Chris throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Inside. The shot by Reddick, no good. Suns leading by 7. And Booker kicks to Jackson. Over Simmons. Saric grabs the board. And now Philadelphia on the break. Reddick's got the ball. And Simmons gets it to go on the assist from Reddick. Reddick's got 5 assists in the game. Well, Phoenix shooting fairly well in the fourth, around 48%. Phoenix calls timeout.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under them.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Devin Booker.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, guys, I listened in on what Earl Watson was talking about with his players. He told his guys they've got the green light to keep shooting from downtown. He told them, I like the way you guys are working out there. Keep finding the open spaces on the perimeter. They're giving us open shots. We'll see if they step it up from here, guys.
And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And Phoenix gets called for the foul. The first free throw is good.
You know, sometimes the great three-point shooters in the game don't carry that same success to the free throw line, but that's not the case with J.J. Redick. I mean, he's cash money from the stripe, too.
And both free throws good for Redick.
Guys, that was critical. I mean, that's what we're used to seeing out of him, though, at moments like this.
Now here's Payton. Here's a screen by Chris. For 3, Booker, but they'll get another chance. Payton passes to Booker. Now Chris. There's 1:54 left to play in the final quarter. Phoenix no good that time either.
Well, it's been a turbulent quarter, really rough for him. Nothing going his way. And he seems determined to shoot his way out of it.
And here we go, guys. This possession could make or break them right here.
Unloads from 13. No good from Booker.
The defense was less than impressive there, but despite them not really contesting that shot, he still bricked it.
And Bayless kicks to Simmons. Over Payton. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. 20 points for Ben Simmons.
Hey, when the game is tight and snug, Simmons rises to the occasion, effortlessly capitalizing when his team desperately needs him to do so.
Chandler is screened. On the wing, Booker, covered by Redick. A drive by Booker. Here is Bayless. Embiid dishes to Sharge. Redick passes to Embiid to take the lead. Chance there to take the lead, missing. The Suns on offense. Their biggest lead of the game was 9.
Now, that is cold-blooded.
Indeed it is. Love seeing them deliver when they need him most. No fear taking these shots. I love it.
Yes! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Really like seeing Embiid exert his will, be assertive here. I mean, getting whatever shot he wants inside.
Well, we can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
We've got 13 seconds left in the game. 6 to shoot. Chandler is screen, and the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Yeah, and those illegal screens have really become a point of emphasis for the officials.
And it seems like they've been more than willing to crack down on those. Makes it tough to get as physical as you'd like to out there.
Luwawu, the pass to Saric to tie it up. Yes! A huge shot to tie it up.
They get the points they need as Redick shows just how cold-blooded he can be. JJ has the bench up and going crazy with that one.
And that's going to do it for regulation. So we are headed to overtime. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. Well, if you're just joining us, the intensity has really heated up in this one as we watch this one go now to overtime. And it's the Suns to start out. And so they have the first opportunity on offense right here as we begin overtime. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineup for us now in overtime. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Redick and Simmons are the 2 and the 3. Booker out there with Embiid. And it's McConnell in at the point. Here's Warren. Kept alive. Here's Booker. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
The first free throw is good. Both free throws good from Booker. Here's McConnell. Embiid the screen. And Redick kicks to Embiid. And it's good, 2 points. Embiid's got 19 points.
And Embiid is not shy now, always going to shoot it when he has space.
Warren against Simmons. And count it. He'll head to the line with a chance to make it 3.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Innovation and improvisation right there, Greg. Finding a way to get that shot to fall after taking the contact.
One shot.
Free throw, Chandler.
Yeah, and Chandler, a difference maker defensively. The shot blocking, the controlling of the lane. He also gobbles up those rebounds.
Simmons dishes to Embiid. Back to Simmons. There's the pick. Shot clock at 6. Up off the screen. Another shot. Here's Embiid. Chandler with the defensive effort.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Warren kicks to Payton. High, arcing shot. Rebound by the 76ers. Outside, Simmons. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. No good that time. And Phoenix the other way now. Payton kicks to Chris. Those three-pointers off the mark. The 76ers trail by 3. McConnell passes to Redick. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. For Phoenix, they've gotten only 1 of their first 5 shots to drop here in overtime. It's good. And it's 13 points for Elfrid Payton.
And that's what you want Payton to do in these moments. Unafraid of the big shot.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
McConnell kicks to Embiid. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. Embiid's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Oh, such a beautiful pass to set that one up.
Yeah, the pass might have been pretty, but the finish was angry.
Well, you need both to make it special, and they pulled it off just right.
And Philadelphia calls time here. Sharge checked in for the 76ers. We're in OT here with just over 2.5 minutes gone by. McConnell kicks to Sharge. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. He used that pick to get in close. Embiid's got 23.
The second he got around the pick and shook his man, it was straight to the bucket for the easy deuce. Very, very well done.
Payton dishes to Booker. Here's Chandler. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Embiid. He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. And so he drops them both. It's a 5-point game.
And thanks to his good work at the line there, now we have a 2-possession ball game.
Simmons, a screen on Warren. McConnell passes to Simmons. There's the dish to Embiid. It's hauled in by the Suns. Chandler's got his 16th rebound on the night. Here's Booker. And again, it's the Suns missing.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Oh, I like the edge that Embiid plays with. Great at recognizing when he's clear to throw it down on you.
Looking at the clock, just over 3.5 minutes into OT. It's stolen by Sharks. Fires from 14. Chris with the rebound. Chris has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Over in the corner, Warren. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Nails it!
Like that execution, Kevin. A successful possession leading to a high percentage basket.
76ers have gotten less than half their shots to go down in overtime. They're 4 for 10. And Redick gets to Embiid. Outside, Simmons. Out to the right wing. McConnell passes to Saric. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
Good on the first, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. Saric nails them both.
And now you're in a great position thanks to those clutch free throws. 1 possession game now.
Now Payton. Booker outside. No good on the triple.
Well, I think the defense got really lucky there. I mean, you can't afford to give up wide open shots from deep.
Stolen by Warren, and now we've got the intentional foul.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
Shooting 2.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss.
The reason Payton has a promising future in this league is because he's a stat sheet stuffer. He does it all.
And he does get the second one. And that gives them a 4-point cushion. And Philadelphia calls time here. They're trailing by 4. 17 seconds left in the first overtime. Action has been terrific. Redick for 3. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
Shooting 2.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Hey, I think that should do it. You know, got to give him credit. He came through when it mattered most.
Simmons inside the line. That one off the back iron and out.
Yeah, that's just poor decision making. He's got to be better in those situations.
Greg, I just think he was in a hurry. He flat out rushed it. I mean, I don't know what he was thinking there. He actually was in a brain neutral position.
So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game.
And they've been a different team here in overtime. They just seem to have lost their energy.
So the Suns win it. They escape with a victory, although they needed an extra period to get it done.
Yeah, but what a great game. I mean, both teams, I felt like, gave it their all. But when it came to OT, it was just all about sheer determination on their part.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. See you later.